everyone. Hope you all are fine and in good health. Okay. So this is the continuation of the topic of Standard 10 History, Chapter 2 Historiography Indian Tradition. In the last topic, we have studied about the modern historiography. Today, we are going to study about the Indian historiography, various ideological frameworks. Now, we are going to study about the colonial historiography. The early scholars who studied and wrote Indian history were mainly British officers and Christian missionaries. Their prejudice is clearly reflected in the way some of them have ridiculed Indian culture. Ridicule means they used to make fun of the Indian culture. Their writings were used to justify the colonial British rule. The 5 volumes of Cambridge History of India, published during 1922 to 1937 CE, are distinct examples of colonial historiography. Distinct means unique. Now, dear students, we move on to the next topic, Orientalist historiography. Many European scholars felt curious about civilizations and countries of the East, that is, about India. Some of these scholars felt admiration and respect for them. These scholars were known as Orientalists. That means these scholars were eager to learn about the Indian culture. The Orientalists studied the similarities between Sanskrit and some of the European languages, and they focused more on Vedic tradition and Sanskrit literature. In 1784, Sir William Jones founded Asiatic Society in Kolkata. It opened the doors for research in ancient Indian literature and history. And among other scholars were Frederick Max Muller, deserves a special mention. He translated Sanskrit into Indo-European languages. He was deeply interested in Sanskrit literature. He translated the Sanskrit text of Hitopdesh. He was the editor of 50 volumes of, that is, the secret books of the East. He also compiled Rig Veda, which he published in 6 volumes. Rig Veda, which is the oldest literature of India. There are 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. Edward said that he re-evaluated the Orientalist writing and has thrown light on imperialistic interest of Orientalist scholars. Dear students, we move on to the next topic, that is nationalistic historiography. That is pride of India, pride of our nation. The writings of Indian historians who were trained in the British educational system show an inclination to restore the pride in the ancient glory of India and the self-esteem of the Indian readers. Their writings are known as nationalistic historiography. Among them who were inspired by the Maharashtra were Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar and many other were there, Mahadev Govind Ranade, Ramakrishna Gopal Bhandarkar and so on. Here, dear students, we can see the image of V.K. Rajwade. Rajwade is well known for his writings in Marathi on various subjects like history, linguistics, etymology, grammar, etc. He was of the firm opinion that we should write our own history. He produced and edited 22 volumes of Marathanchi Itihashanchi Sadhane, and he wrote very scholarly prefaces to each of the 22 volumes. He stated history is the all-inclusive image of the past societies. It does not include only the stories of political images, conspiracies, that means about the harmful, we can say, effect of war or pain and for seizing power. He insisted that history should be written only on the using authentic documentary sources. rise of Maratha power. According to him, it was not like a suddenly erupted forest fire, but the ground for it in Maharashtra on the social, cultural, and religious levels was getting ready over a prolonged period.